now, or take another base or in base hatchery, or is he teching? Of course, you get that with the other two races, but I don't know. Zerg, it just feels more free, like there's less of a timing for it. So, anyways, all that good stuff going on. Lots of drones popping out here. Supply depot going up at the top of that ramp. Like I was saying, you cannot put a barracks and a supply depot here to complete the wall off to your ramp, which makes it so Zerglings cannot get up your ramp. To see what's above it, you can see approximately this much once you get to this position here. So, I mean, it does kind of give you a little bit more that you can see, and it also means that, well, you're not going to have a bunch of Marines standing here. So, that's going to help out a little bit. Anyways, it looks like this SCV now going into the cross position. Going to see nothing at all. And meanwhile, Zerg is plopping down that hatchery, so I believe it was a hatch first. Yeah, no spawning pool to speak of. And so I believe he's going to be getting that, well, it looks like on 15. I don't know. You can get the spawning pool on 16, and it lines up nicely so you get the two queens, but I do think it actually hurts your economy. You do get the two queens out at the same time, so it lines up nicely, but at the same time, it's like, okay, you don't have that extra queen for extra larva, that much sooner, which does hurt your economy in the long run. Excuse me, my voice is, I don't know, I feel like there's something in my voice and I can't cough it out. So, anyways, SV now just doing a little dance across the creep there on the dance floor. Terran adding on a factory reactor, so, yep, there's that refinery. Going Hellions, Blue Flame, well, not Blue Flame yet, he's getting that reactor instead of a tech lab. But you can get a starport soon after, and you can do a nice timing where you send a Banshee to your Zerg opponent's base and then send the Hellions in. Actually, the Hellions are first and then the Banshee. Looks like he's throwing down that bunker. Now, of course, that bunker is not really a threat because there are no Marines on the way. And there's really not ever going to be, so that's really just to make it so drones get pulled off. But looks like Jake Bake is not going to bite. He knows better. Apparently that bunker is maybe going to get finished. I don't know. Looks like two Zerglings have come out now, so I don't know. I really hate that. You gotta like manually tell your guys to go around, and then it just doesn't work out very well. So anyways, there's that cancel on that. Now, the thing is, with that bunker, you get 75% back now instead of 100%, which to me is much more reasonable for the Zerg, just because being able to do that for absolute no cost is absolutely absurd. So I'm glad, very glad that Blizzard fixed that finally. After having StarCraft out for so long and having it there. Anyways, looks like this Zergling, not Marine, can be roasted by that Hellion. Hellion now going to move on to the Zerg's base. Now, of course, on this map, since Shakur's Plateau does have a shorter ramp, there's not much area around the natural here. It's a little bit easier to defend. Looks like he's going to right past that spine crawler. Nope, that queen is going to block both of them. Very good play by Jake Big, killing off both those guys for free. They picked off one measly Zergling. That was it. That's worth what? Not even one larva. That's one half larva. If you can believe that. Larva is pretty expensive. You only get so many. But the 25 minerals, whatever, that doesn't even matter, right? So, anyways, looks like Jake Bake scouting the fronts here. Gonna see pretty much nothing. That's just no units here for Faith. Faith just pretty much doing anything he wants. He's taking up right now. He's getting up that command center. And I just feel like that there should be some kind of opening here for Zerg. Like with Toss, like against Protoss, there would be a huge opening here. If Protoss decided to go fast Colossus and he put down a Nexus this early, that Protoss would be dead. Zerg would just go in there and kill him, could build up a whole bunch of roaches. But I mean, I feel like there's a lot that Terran can do just because that he has this wall off here. Complete wall off. He doesn't even have to lift his barracks and whatnot. He could build up a bunch of Zerglings right now, but of course the Hellions are out, and the Hellions do so much damage against the Zerglings. And of course it could get roaches, but I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of stuff that could happen that would screw you over as Zerg. So I mean, it is kind of a very risky play to do that, more so than against Protoss. So anyways, that command center is finished now. I do wonder if he's going to be lifting it up. Probably not yet. Probably just producing SCVs out of it since he does not have any units to defend it with. Whoa, he's actually going to go for it. Now this to me is a little bit ballsy, but of course he can lift off at any given time, and Zerg can't do anything about it. So again, it's pretty much like he gets a free expansion. If he gets attacked, it's just runs away. You know, it's like, okay, I don't know. I just have, like, I'm not trying to say Zerg's or Terran's in balance. I'm just trying to say that they have a lot of little things like that that are really annoying to Zerg players that they can just get away with. And it looks like that Zergling gonna run all the way in there. It looks like, wow, he ran past everything. There is one Marine in the back there in case there is apparently something. However, there is a Banshee on the way. Now, where is there an Evo chamber? Okay, Baneley Nest and an Observer. So Jake Bake trying to get away with the bare minimum here so he can spend the rest of his money on that Spire, which is going to be coming out soon. Now, he does have that Banshee to deal with, but of course, he really just needs one more Queen up here. And, you know, with that good creep spread, he's not going to have any problem whatsoever. And it looks like Faith here, in a little bit of trouble. You know, he spent quite a bit of money getting that Banshee out, quite a bit of money getting those Hellions out, and pretty much both were thwarted very easily. And this Banshee now at 5 life. And unlike Protoss, you know, you don't get that life back. You don't get any shields. You know, it's not like Zerg where it slowly goes up even. That Banshee is completely, well, it needs to be repaired anyway. You know, it gets repaired, he's fine. So anyways, let's look at the unit count tab. 41 SCVs to 51 drones. Jake Bake doing an awesome job just getting up a lot of drones and, you know, getting away with the bare minimum. You know, he just did not get any extra queens. Or I guess he got an extra queen for the creep, but actually 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he does have some extra queens, but anyways, he only needed a couple for that Banshee. And he had that Overseer forward as well. You know, he had that Spinecrawler and the Queen. Just one Spinecrawler and one Queen against 2 Hellions. You know, that's pretty good as well. So, I mean, for Faith, it's actually not so much that he has to do damage with it. It's more so that with those Hellions running around, potentially harassing the Zerg player, he's able to get up this expansion fairly easily. And that's pretty much what we saw this game. No Blue Flame yet. Upgrades, no upgrades. Apparently there was a... Where was he? Where was he? Oh, I don't know. Well, there was a Changeling somewhere that was killed off. Overseer, or nope, that's the Overlord. Where's the Overseer? Overseer, no. Apparently no Overseers yet. I mean, I know there's one somewhere, but I'm not sure where he is. But Mulists have joined the fights, or is on the board at least, with that Spire. Now, Zerg is taking a third now, which is pretty much the best time to get a third. Of course, if you can, I'd say get it before Terran puts up. Like, if you know Terran's expanding, like, or you're doing a huge tech route, like, I'd say definitely want to get a third up, if possible, just because, you know, if he goes Banshee or something like that, of course he can use the Banshee to take out that third, but it's really not going to do much. So, anyways, lots of Marines here, doing a little bit of damage to those, well, I just cannot talk today. I don't know what it is. Doing a little bit of damage to those Mulists, but the Mulists are doing alright. They're going to be possibly healed by these Queens with the Transfusion. What is he? Oh, okay, Creep Tumors. No, apparently not. It's just going to float around. There's that Overseer. Alright. So it looks like, well, Banshee doing a little bit of damage around the map. Pretty much just having map control, looking around, you know, making sure Zerg does not have the watchtowers. So I mean, that is a big thing, just having that, you know, that sight. That sight allows map control. Map control makes it so you can see traps and whatnot coming. So I mean, I don't know. Jake Bake's just going to put a new guy there soon, I do believe. But well, with these Mulists flying around, this Banshee, well, he's not going to be able to do too much. You know, Zerg's struggling for that map control as well. And of course, the Zerg units are just better at map control. So I mean, it's not really. There's not really too much Faith can do here at this point with that. So he's probably going to be scouting around, seeing that 4th going up. I'm not sure if he's seen... Has he seen... Yeah, he has seen the 3rd going up. So, I mean, he does know that Zerg is on 2 bases. Or 3 bases, excuse me. Meanwhile, it looks like Mila's trying to get in here, doing a little bit of damage, but it looks like Faith here doing so much of an all-in here. He does have a lot of SPs. Nope, he's actually setting up expansion, my bad. I thought he was going to go right over there, but I did not see that command center float over there. So he's pretty much just setting up that planetary fortress, not orbital command. Setting up some tanks and stuff in the middle here. Now, of course, you don't want it too close to your 3rd and not too close to your natural. You want it right in the middle, just in case there is an attack at 3rd. Then you can move your Marines up there, and the tanks are, you know, they're at a good position either way. You know, it's going to be hard for Zerg to get up to the natural. So, It's going to be sitting pretty good. Anyways, lots of missile turrets going up for Faith pretty much everywhere. Let's make sure the Mutalisks do not really do much. Now, of course, if Jake Bake goes a lot of mutas, and he does have quite a few, he can take out quite a few missile turrets. But I mean, Faith here, he's going to be able to push his Marines back into his base by the time those missile turrets go down. It's just a good idea to have a few extra missile turrets the further out you are from your base, so that you have more time to get back. And do, when you need to, it just pretty much denies the Mutalisks some damage, for a certain amount of time. Yeah, just too many missile turrets there. Jake Bake just trying not to get his Mutas killed here. Oh, one free tank right there sitting in the middle. And it looks like they found the hole going right through the center here, but looks like this missile turret and this Thor, actually this Thor doing a lot of damage, and his Mutas are forced to fly out of there. And Thor having 2 kills already, just taking all the other Mutas down to orange life here. And well, Zerg is ahead on the food count. Looks like he's pretty much at 200 food. I mean, 190 to 150. So there's a pretty big, well, I wouldn't call it a lead, just because I feel like that's pretty normal for Zerg, just having a lot of extra food, because, well, a lot of things cost a lot of food. So anyways, here's a pretty good engagement here. Lots of tanks just going straight for those Banelings, doing a good job of just keeping up with that. However, there's just a lot of Thors and whatnot up here, and actually some pretty good micro as well, making sure those Banelings do not pop on the Thors, just going right for the Marines and whatnot. However, it does look like this attack is completely being cleaned up by Faith, and Jake Bake here is in quite a bit of trouble here, but at the same time, he can replenish all of his stuff anyway, so I mean, there's really not too much of a problem there. But Faith here does have a little bit of a window of opportunity here, but it looks like Jake Bake just scattering his guys everywhere, making sure that that attack does not succeed. And well, Faith here just going too much in there. I don't know. I guess he just really did not have enough guys, or enough leftover guys after the big battle to really have a counterattack. If he did a drop or something like that afterwards, that would be fine to me. But Jake Bake just doing an awesome job keeping up with that unit production and just cranking out Zerglings and Banelings and everything. Plenty of Mutas as well too. So those extra bases doing their work for them. Looks like 80 drones to 68 SCVs. So Jake Bake here just having some really good drone production. Of course, there's a limit. I don't know if he really wants much more than 80. Looks like 80 is the perfect stopping amount. Now there's actually a little bit of a trick that I forget who. Well, excuse me. 1 second. There's a big battle here, and it looks like everything. Well, looks like actually Terran is kind of behind after this. This Thor and these Marines. I don't know. Terran, I feel, just cannot produce enough at this point. Zerg. I often see Zerg overrun Terran in the late game. Unlike Protoss, Protoss really just, it's really hard to overrun Protoss in the late game. But it looks like, well, Jake Baker just doing a good job cleaning everything up, and he's going to be bringing in some more Zerglings and whatnot for that attack. Probably killing off some SVs with those. Nope, going right up to the main here. And, well, the SVs have been pulled off as well. Yep, there's really not much Faith here can do. So I do believe there's going to be a GG here any moment. This command center almost finished. It got so close. Just so close. Marines, they do have the +2 attack, +1 armor. The Zerglings do have +2 attack. And the Mutas do have +2 attack as well. So Jake Bake here is spending more money on those upgrades, unless, I suppose Faith could have some upgrades on his tanks. Yep, 1 attack on his mech units. And, well, like I said, there's really not much you can do at this point. There goes that tank. Lots of guys just being demolished here. The base is just gonna be destroyed. Everything's gone. Everything's dead. Yep.